30. It was supposed to be the finish line, the age where the map was drawn, the career set, the life stable. But for me, 30 felt like walking into a thick fog, completely lost, with a compass that just spun aimlessly. I look back at the last 6 months, and honestly, it's a blur of empty routines. Waking up with a knot in my stomach, spending hours staring at a screen, sending out applications into the digital void, knowing, somehow, they wouldn't land. 6 months of the relentless, exhausting reality of unemployment. The silence is what really gets you. The deafening silence after you hit send on an application. The silence when the phone doesn't ring. It's the sound of opportunity walking right past your door. The beautiful burden 3 months ago. The world shifted. My daughter was born, holding her for the first time. It was pure, unadulterated light. A tiny, perfect human being, innocent and utterly dependent. And that dependence, that absolute trust in me, is what amplified the fear tenfold. I'd sit up late, rocking her, smelling that sweet baby scent, and the contrast would tear me apart. Here, in my arms, was everything good and pure in my life, everything I was fighting for. And yet, I couldn't provide the basic security she deserved. I was a father, but felt like a failure. The financial pressure isn't just numbers on a bill. It's the look on my wife's face when she asks, quietly, should we dip into the emergency fund for this month's rent? It's the little compromises. Not buying the coffee, fixing the old shoes instead of replacing them. It's the constant low-level anxiety that gnaws at your peace. The dream I couldn't afford in the middle of this chaos. I clung to an old, cherished dream, telling stories. I always believed in the power of narrative, the journeys of people who fought their way up from nothing. I wanted to build a channel dedicated to sharing that fire, that resilience, focusing on entrepreneurs and fascinating life stories. I started this YouTube channel with a desperate hope, not just as a hobby, but as a potential lifeline. I thought, if I can't find a path, maybe I can build one. During my daughter's naps, and long after my wife was asleep, I threw myself into this creation. I launched the videos, feeling a surge of raw, terrifying vulnerability. I waited, and the silence returned. The mirror of disappointment. I remember checking the analytics again and again. The results were crushing. My videos were only getting a handful of views, and the channel was attracting just a few kind subscribers. You look at those figures, and the voice of doubt in your head screams, see? You're not just a failure at your old job. You're a failure at your dream too. No one cares. That's the moment you truly test your character. Do you delete the channel, bury the dream, and crawl back into the darkness? Or do you continue to act, continue to create, knowing that the very process of building keeps your hope alive? I chose the latter. Not because I'm some great hero, but because I realized the channel was no longer about getting rich, or even getting views. It had become my therapy, my journal, my new promise, the forge. I decided to shift the focus entirely. I'm stopping the chase for the perfect story about someone else. The most important story right now is mine, the one I am living. I'm starting a new series, raw, honest videos about digging yourself out of the dark, dedicated to motivation. Because I know I'm not the only 30-year-old feeling the weight of the world, feeling like a beginner all over again. This platform, this struggle, is going to be my forge. Every video about motivation I make, it's really a lesson I'm teaching myself. Every story about resilience, it's a promise I'm making to my daughter. And I want to invite you into this real, unfinished journey. Every 3 or 4 months, I plan to pause and give you a candid update. The job hunt wins and losses. The frustrating reality of trying to grow a YouTube channel from nothing, and the emotional toll. This is not a finished product. This is real-time, messy, imperfect progress. We're all standing on shaky ground sometimes. But we don't have to stand alone. If my story, my commitment to keep creating and keep fighting, resonates with that quiet ache in your own chest, if you need a reminder that it's okay to struggle, as long as you keep trying, then please, join me, hit that subscribe button. It's not about boosting a number. It's about building a community of people who refuse to let fear win. It's about fighting for your future, one small, imperfect video at a time. Let's keep showing up. Let's keep moving forward.